Adi Gallia, in both Legends and canon, died in the Clone Wars. The woman that we see die in Revenge of the Sith, the one who's on the speeder bike and gets shot down by the clones on Seleucami, that is Stas Ali. She was Adi Gallia's cousin, and Stas Ali was on the Jedi Council in Revenge of the Sith. Adi Gallia was on the Jedi Council in The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and the Clone Wars. So, yes, Adi Gallia died in the Clone Wars. Stas Ali died in Revenge of the Sith. I see a lot of people saying that Adi Gallia died in Revenge of the Sith. She was shot down by clones. No, she wasn't. That was not her. Adi Gallia's cousin Stas Ali was the one who was shot down. And originally, of course, the idea was that they were going to recast Adi Gallia for Revenge of the Sith, but the new actress looked very different, so they just made it a new character completely. So no. So it was Stas Ali who died in Revenge of the Sith. Now, when it comes to Adi Gallia dying, the original expanded universe story, that is now Legends, that had Adi Gallia die at the hands of General Grievous. So in the expanded universe comics, in the Boss Pity comics, no less, the same one I was covering about Asajj Ventress in the other video, General Grievous kills Adi Gallia. Very brutally. Like, he stabs her and he kills her. But in the canon world, in the George Lucas created Star Wars The Clone Wars, Adi Gallia is killed by Savage Opress, who is Darth Maul's brother. So first and foremost, they're fighting, and she's struggling, because Savage Opress, you gotta give him credit for being very powerful, for being able to take on a Jedi Council member like that. Like, that's impressive. Yeah, I mean, you gotta give Savage Opress a lot of credit. But yeah, Adi Gallia is struggling in her fight, and she's getting desperate, so she kicks Savage Opress in the leg, but that's not enough to take Savage Opress down, and she gets so shocked that Savage Opress takes advantage of Adi Gallia's surprise, and he uses the Force, slams her into a wall, and Savage Opress stabs Adi Gallia with his horns, which is very brutal. And like, we don't even see Darth Maul fight like that, but like, Savage Opress just runs right up there and stabs Adi Gallia in the chest with his horns. Now, to be honest, if you look, Savage Opress has stabbed her in the heart. You see the gashes in her heart and other parts of her chest. So she's already been stabbed with these incredibly sharp horns. Like, look, these really sharp horns, and you can see a little blood on the edges. Like, she's already been stabbed in the chest by the horns. So she's already dying. She's already been killed. But Savage Opress just has to rub it in by proceeding to just stab her with the lightsaber as well. So that's just a brutal way to die. But yes, that is how Adi Gallia died. The whole point of this video was to just dispel the notion that Adi Gallia and Stas Ali are the same. They're different. And also, Adi Gallia's death was just very brutal, being stabbed like this. But of course, it was no better in Legends, because her death in Legends was not very pleasant either. So poor Adi Gallia. But yeah, you got to give Savage Opress a lot of credit for having the skill to take out a Jedi Master like this. And a final note, they just had Obi-Wan Kenobi be on the Jedi Council at the start of the Clone Wars series. But I would have rather put Obi-Wan Kenobi on the Jedi Council later, like have this scene play out in the Clone Wars, have Savage Opress kill Adi Gallia, but then of course Obi-Wan Kenobi defeats Savage Opress and Darth Maul in this scene, and they have to escape. And I would have had the Jedi Council give Obi-Wan Kenobi Adi Gallia's seat and say, Obi-Wan Kenobi, as a reward for fighting so well and doing so well, and since Adi Gallia is now dead, you can have Adi Gallia's seat, so Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're on the Jedi Council. That's how I would have done it, but instead they just had to like just give Obi-Wan Kenobi's seat to him, like at the beginning of the series, and just have him had it. So I would have had him earn it like that, because yeah, I mean, it's just, the Clone Wars is a pretty good series, is all I have to say. And poor Adi Gallia, but you know, she's a Jedi, so she died.